Hello, this is Magella here. I just wanted to have a bit of a discussion today about a topic that many parents who have children with specialist needs or disabilities sort of go through. And I'm going to say a bit of a story about this sort of happened to me this week as well. So I'm going to sort of talk a little, yes, we're going to sort of have a bit of discussion. I'm going to talk about this. And the topic is shock. Okay. Shock and diagnosis. Because many of our children, as we go, will have lots of different needs, seeing lots of different specialist professionals, doing assessments. We get loads, and it can be really overwhelming with reports. And sometimes we read them, sometimes we just don't even open them, just put them in a file and just forget about them. Okay. Sometimes we want these letters, sometimes we don't want these letters or reports. So it can feel really overwhelming. So many appointments, so many assessments, so many reports. And what does it all mean? Why do we have them? Yeah. Now, we know that they're positive and that they help us. They should help us and help us and our children to get the services that they need. And that's why, number one, why are they important? Because they can help our children get the appropriate services and support that they need, whether it's at school, whether it's at home, whether it's in the community, whether it's at sports groups, lots of different things. So they are really important, and it also gives us a really clear picture of our child. Okay, so they're really important. But at the same time, the impact they can have on us as parents, we can't sort of forget that. So let me sort of tell you a story. So this is a true story. So I have been advocating for my daughter to get additional funding and support for therapeutic needs, okay, that she needs to support her in life, but at least over the next 1 year, 12 months. So I'm sort of advocating, and we had meetings with social worker to come and do an assessment. And you get anxious. It's like, am I hiding something? What do I have to say? What do I have to do? It's so stressful, these assessments, even though we know that they're helpful, even though we might have asked for them and we want them, but it's still stressful. Okay. And the feelings and the emotions that go with that are still stressful, even if you want it. So I did ask a professional that works with her for this to write a report to support this assessment. So it was my choice, actually, this report. I wasn't just given it, I actually asked for it. So wrote the report, and it was written beautifully. It was written very gently, really. It was a very good letter of support. But still, that I asked for from a professional that I knew really well and knows my child really well. But still, when I was reading it, there was a diagnosis, one that I sort of knew that I asked for, and then there was some other information there and some words that I didn't know. So what did I do? I went to Google and I researched those words on Google. And that's when I was like, whoa, I just didn't expect this. Even though I knew it and I was reading it and I was going, you know what? But the emotions of hearing those words or reading it on, on Google, which I don't recommend Google, but I did look on, it was a doctor's and it was a health information, but they all always say sort of like the worst information, like the worst case kind of thing. But as I was reading it, I was just in shock because I just didn't expect that. And it was really emotional. It took me days, probably a week, to sort of process everything, what that meant, because I hadn't expected it. Even though I asked for it, I hadn't really expected it. And then I was worried, is it going to label my child? Am I going to be labelled? I don't want them to know and be labelled by this. What do I do? How do I feel about it? But I knew it was the truth. I was reading it. I'm like, actually, yeah, I was being honest. This is my child. What they're saying is good, but it really felt negative. And it was just really conflicting feelings within me. And I, probably about 3 days later, after sort of trying to process and thinking about it and the impact it will have on my child and their future, I just cried. Okay, I was grieving. And I think I was grieving. Why? Because maybe for the future that I had hoped that she'd have, and the reality, perhaps I was like overthinking everything. I was reading and thinking of the worst situation, all of this. And that's okay to think like that. I accept that that's okay. It's okay. But I was grieving. And I needed to get it out. And I cried. And I was crying to let that out. That shock about the diagnosis. So I just wanted to say that it's okay to cry about these things, okay? And it's okay when we get diagnoses, even though we might Google them, whether that's good or, we have to be really careful about that. But, don't hold on to it, okay? Don't hold on to it. It's okay to share it. It's okay to feel those emotions. You don't have to do anything with it, but you do have to just get it out. Okay? So I just wanted to say that and sort of share that little story. And I hope maybe might help some other people with going, through similar sort of situations. Even me as a professional, I still felt that way and felt quite shocked. And I was emotional and yeah, I just wanted to share that. So be really kind to yourself. Allow yourself to grieve and do get it out in a sort of positive way. And it's okay to sort of share it with other people that you trust. Okay? And to get a sort of clearer perspective. I now see it as a lot more positive, because I'm sort of, been talking about it with both professionals and friends. So, yeah, be kind to yourself.